somewhat better connection. I have no idea what in the hell is going on with my internet. It's Friday night. I guess people are just using up bandwidth. I don't know. Eventually, I'm going to have all this fixed. So we'll see how we do on this without Wi-Fi connection. Hopefully, it'll be all right. Either way, we're going to have a nice day. So, that being said, let's get down to working on the base and hope for the best. Go grab it. Yes, I'm back, Jerry. I just started it over again. This time, I did it with, I just disconnected my fucking Wi-Fi on my phone. I obviously can't rely on that, but my my phone service is so-so, so hopefully it's clearer than what my Wi-Fi was doing. You reading me okay? It looks like it's a little blurry, maybe. Yeah, a little blurry. I could try going with my garage door open, see if that improves the signal at all. Fuck, try anything here. Let's see how that does. Okay, so where was I? I need to mix up some black paint to go over these pipes. I'm gonna work my way around the pipe tonight doing a layer of black, and then we're gonna do a layer of copper on top of that. And get as much all the way around as possible. I decided on the copper I'm going to use, and that's this one here, the Vallejo metal color. It's a little more red, which I like for a copper. And the reason why I like it a little more red is because the mythical or not real metal in the Star Wars universe that looks like copper is called bronzium, and that's what I'm trying to make. Trying to keep it Star Wars accurate. I know it's stupid and nerdy, but that's what I'm doing. So let's mix up some black paint here. I've got this Corvus black, which is like it's like a dark gray. I'm just going to use this stuff up for now, just because I'm gonna be stocking up on a bunch of paint pretty soon, and this is one that I always keep on hand. I'm just going to be brushing this on. Once I find a brush, there we go. You hearing me okay still? Everything looking all right, I hope. I'm really bummed I'm having so many fucking issues with my internet lately. Cool. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I need to have them come out again and inspect lines and, make sure everything's working right, because up until like a month and a half ago, we had this power outage, like a major one. And ever since then, the internet hasn't been the same with their servers and shit. And I don't like it. Kind of pisses me off. This is basically a brush cleaner. It's just a sponge with a inside a little metal tin. Put a little water in there. Does a good job of cleaning any dried paint flakes or schmutz that you might get on your paintbrush. Really good for dry brushes. I'm still not sure about like how I want to do the bands. You know, these little bands that go around the base. These ones I was thinking about keeping them, you know, like this Corvus black color. You know, it's like a dark gray. Just not sure yet. I don't need this paint to be perfect. I just need a decent coating to go under the copper. Copper just pops a little better when it's on top of some black or a really dark gray. It's hard to say. Like this right here looks like a connection to me. These look like anchors. You know, like so anchored into the wall to hold the pipe on it. And this right here, it's got like a little slot in it. Oops. So it looks like almost looks like a compression fitting or something, you know. I'll figure it out as I go along. Oops. The cool thing about this base, if I nick it with paint or something, I want it to be kind of fucked up looking. I'll probably go over that though. Yeah, I think they're like braces or something. So I don't know. Maybe I'll paint them like a dark aluminum or steel color. I ordered some of this Vallejo metal color chrome. This is, Jennifer was looking for chrome, and that made me realize, like, oh, I don't have chrome. Well, that'd be kind of cool to have around. So I ordered the Vallejo metal color. I was so impressed with their dark aluminum that I figured I'd try this copper they had, and then compare that to the all clad copper. And I loved the all clad copper, but it was too bright. It wasn't a deep reddish copper like I wanted. So I'm going with the Vallejo. But yeah, what'd you do to Jerry? Sorry, I got sidetracked there. It happens. Yeah, Green Stuff World. I've heard really good stuff about their metal colors as well. That's another brand I'd be totally willing to check out. It's like we were talking earlier, man. You know, like buying paint is such a gnarly little addiction. That's right. You said you were going to your father-in-law's house for dinner. I remember now. Okay. That's what you had mentioned. How was dinner? What'd you guys do? Oh, nice. Yeah, we don't have, unfortunately, we don't have anyone around here that sells like exotic, I guess if you were to, like model paint, like all the stuff that we're into. There is one hobby shop here in town, but all Vern sells is like all clad, your typical hobby shop paints and stuff like that. Tamiya. No, dude, you're lucky. Yeah, the one guy around here that sells Citadel runs the Warhammer shop. What's going on, Steve? Good, good, brother. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Yeah, do it, man. Enjoy. I guess there's a game tonight. That's cool. Yeah, I would be stoked if I had a place around here that actually I have there's a comic book store that I have to correct myself. There is a comic book store in town that sells literally like just the little basic box set for like skin tones by Vallejo, and that's it. Like that's the only thing they have there on their entire paint end cap. So yeah, the only place I have to go to buy like really good paint or like model paints for the stuff we do, by our particular brands that we like is Citadel, and then other than that, we have like a Michaels here that you can buy like paint from, which is good stuff. They're paint in a tube sometimes. Certainly lasts a lot longer than the shit comes in those Citadel pots. It's the one thing I don't like about Citadel. They make amazing paints, but their packaging is so consumer aggressive. Like those pots are designed to to fail and let your paint dry out if you're not careful, and then you got to buy more. It is true, dude. Like they're kind of stuck up about it too. Like yeah, I mean, not trash talking Citadel. Like I said, I I fucking love their paints. That shit is magic. But I really wish they would change their pots. And they know I'm not the only guy out there that complains about their pot design. You know, it's, it's all over the place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of guys transfer, like the Vallejo dropper bottles. Those are fucking perfect to transfer Citadel into. And I started doing that, but then it just becomes kind of a pain, and like it just becomes more work than it's worth. And so you just fucking paint out of the pots. It does, I mean, if you care like I do, it teaches you better habits though. Like you open a pot, for example, we'll just use Nuln Oil. It's not going to have anything in it, but like, you open a pot every so often, and you got to get your little carving tool or whatever and gouge out all that shitty paint. And you want to make sure this stays clear too, because if paint gets dried up around here and you're using this to spray out of your airbrush, then you're getting clogs and shit. It's fucked up. Yeah, but yeah, you got to keep these things really clean so they close all the way, or you're fucking wasting paint. That shit's expensive. So yeah, I probably spend more time trying to take care of the damn bottle than it deserves. But I'd rather not have to. I'd rather I'd rather do that than discover a bottle that's all dried up and I can't fucking use it because I fucked up and didn't clean the lid. All right, we're making some decent progress here. If I have my druthers tonight, I'll have this whole copper pipe pretty close to being done. I hope I have enough Nuln oil for it, though. I decided to go with Nuln oil for the outlining and stuff like that on it, and um, I only have so much, and I didn't make it to Warhammer today to buy more. Need to bend my light down a little more. So what do you guys got going on tomorrow there, Jerry? Any special plans? Oh, hey, Jen, what's up, girl? Oh, okay. Dude, I'm kind of I'm in consideration of making my PC more mobile so I can actually bring it down to the studio on a whim and, do my live streaming that way. The real issue I have right now, though, is my internet speed. I got to get that figured out. And then I was even thinking today, like, regarding internet speed, like, I could just get, like, 150 feet of fucking Ethernet cable and just have it, like, on a spool. And anytime I need a live stream, I'll just fucking plug in upstairs and roll the cable on down. So that's another possible option. Just sounds like a pain in the ass. Gary Owen. I don't know if I know who that is. Oh, you've done that, Jen? Like just bring the cable down? Yeah, I mean, for that, I'm looking at that going, okay, that is the most hassle-free solution to where like I don't have to fucking deal with people or a company that doesn't want to waste their man hours like coming out to solve my fucking internet problem because God forbid they actually do their jobs. But yeah, that's that's what I'm thinking about doing to solve my grainy internet fucking issues. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah, upstairs in our little condo, let's see, I think the only thing hardwired besides the TV, we got a 75-inch TV, smart TV that we have hardwired, and then we have my wife's Xbox, which is what she uses to watch all of her, all of her shows and movie channels and everything. And other than that, I have a pod here in the studio that obviously doesn't do fucking shit right now, and then I have a pod in our office upstairs, and that one works pretty well. Thirsty. Water from upstairs from our cooler. I can put it in this thing and it stays cold all night while I'm down here working. It's nice. Yeah, it is growing a fucking butterfly. Yeah, Jen, it does seem like it would be a pain, but I feel like I'd have a lot less hassle just bringing a spool of Ethernet cable downstairs whenever I live stream. I just come down here, plug it into the pod, and then I'm hardwired into the pod, and then I've got a Wi-Fi router right next to my workstation here. That should work. That's my thought on it. Shit, I'm almost there. All right. Yeah, I think my internet would be much better. I've thought about upgrading to the final tier of our internet as well, just to kind of further ensure that I have more bandwidth. Um, Mainly so it doesn't interrupt my wife when she's trying to watch shows or something. I'm not sucking up all the bandwidth up down here either. You know. So Jen, you came in a little late. Um, I'm basically just painting this piping for with a dark color first, and then I'm gonna lay the Vallejo metal color copper down on top of this because I ended up liking this. This is the Vallejo metal color right here. It's a little more red of a copper, um, and then this is the all clad, and I didn't like this one as much. It's too bright, so that's what I'm doing. But at least I have a plan. I know what colors I want to use now, so I can proceed forward through the next step. And then after I get all the pipes done, I'm going to start painting all the moss and all that, all the plant life. It's going to be brought to life. And then, after that, I'll start working on our metal pieces, the hardware that's going to go upstairs at the top of the base. I love knowing that I have a plan. I have a direction that I'm going in. So just gotta go to right here. Cool. Jerry had to clarify this. I didn't say shit, dude. I'm like, Jen and I got a good laugh out of that one. That was some funny shit. You don't need to clarify, dude. I would have just left that one as is. Fuck it. Let them think what they want. Like, would Jerry and his wife be offended if we thought they were banging? Probably not. That's so funny. Oh, shit. You crack me up, my good sir. He smashed the like button. In the context of things, though, it was fucking funny, bro. Yeah, like I said, man, we had a good laugh out of that one. I know I did. I know I can be a little boisterous at times, so I don't I don't I don't particularly feel that Jen is likely as boisterous as I am. I'm not I'm a weird boisterous though. I'm not I'm not loud. I'm quiet boisterous. I've never been like frat boy, like fucking whoa loud, you know? Not that kind of boisterousness. Sweet. Yeah, it's drying up nice. Okay. I'm not a woo girl. I love it. Are you a Wu Tang girl though? Are you down with the woo? You do strike me as somebody who might be down with the Wu Tang. No, oh man, I don't like a lot of hip hop out there, you know, rap groups or anything, but Wu Tang, I do like their shit. Those dudes are some smart ass motherfuckers. Most of them are. Some of them are. I have a kind of a deep background with hip hop in that growing up skateboarding, like that was fuck hip hop was the shit. That's what I wanted to listen to when I was skating. It just had that drive to it, you know. Back then it was like Dr. Dre, Easy E, you know, NWA, all the classics, Snoop, everyone. So I still like it. Tupac, man, like skating to Tupac, fuck, just hit you. And then of course punk rock. Listen to a lot of punk rock. Got to get this so I can start working on that copper. I think that's pretty good. As long as we start here. Yeah. That'll work. Actually, I don't need that cup. I want to give this stuff a really good mix. All right. So how's everybody doing? I see we got, what, 6 people watching right now. Hope everybody's having an awesome Friday. Pardon me. It got real quiet in here all of a sudden. I hope everybody's alive. Yep. This is gonna look so rad with all the copper going around the base. Just adds a really cool contrast to the rest of the, the terrain. I'm not gonna call it bronzium. I'm not gonna be that Star Wars nerdy, but that's what it's supposed to be. Is bronzium. But yeah, this Vallejo metal color copper is it's really nice. I like it. It airbrushes really well. Um, and to be fair, all clad was nice as well. They both airbrush really well. Um, they both they both hand brush very well, at least for this application. Um, I like it. By the way, you guys, thank you for cruising in and checking out the channel tonight. I always appreciate you guys being here. You guys are like two. You guys are my top two like supporters, really. I mean, at least that can regularly come in and watch. So thank you. If I had like a virtual pin I could send everybody, I would. And I would send you one of these. This would be my virtual pin would be the color wheel. Hey, what's up, Sarver Solves? We are live, dude. I got some shit to show you too because you haven't been able to join the live stream in a while. So you don't really know. You don't know, dude. Oh, this makes me happy that you're here, dude. Yeah, if you hit the bell notifications on my channel, dude, you'll be notified anytime I go live. But I understand you have a life and you're busy and shit too, so you know. But that's how it works. I'm just working on these bronzium pipes that go around the edge of this base for Obi Wan Kenobi rides Boga. And just for fun, after I finish painting this section of pipe, just for fun, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up as much as I can without breaking shit, so you can kind of see the direction this thing is going in, because it's pretty gnarly. And fuck, it's just fun to put it together and look at it. It's gonna be so crazy looking. A little too much paint in there. Pull some of that out. This little overlap and shit, I'm not really concerned about it because I'm going to be going in and airbrushing like kind of like a shadow in that crack after I finish this portion of it, which will make more sense when I actually do it. Cool. Nice big section of pipe, metalified. One thing I like about this stuff too is it dries really, really fast. Dry. Cool. So how was your day, Aaron? What did you do, man? I got my buddy Jerry in here right now, along with my other buddy Jennifer. They're two of my top supporting subscribers. They visit with me a lot when I do my live streams, which I'm forever grateful for. So this is just Null Oil, for those of you who might watch later. It's basically just a shading, a contrast paint, but it's magical. Oh, I asked how your day was, Aaron. What did you do today? Hopefully you had a good day. And other things. Oh, dude, I feel for you, man. I That's right. Okay, you said next week. I didn't remember if you said it was this week or next week. I was going to ask you about that. I'm going in for a set of my own scans next week, but not like that. But yeah, I actually had a migraine last night, really bad one. Woke me up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Had to puke and all that, dizzy spells and shit. I've got a history of migraines throughout my childhood, but not so much in my adult life. But I still get them occasionally, as I think we have talked about mildly before. Yeah, I hope you get some answers, dude. Like soon. Yeah. At least having answers will give you some sort of solace in knowing, what the fucking problem is in the first place, and in turn, figure out where you can go. Oh, I know pain. I'm actually on, I don't know if I told you, I'm on disability right now for pain management. I have to start going to physical therapy and get all these scans done and shit. Probably going to tell me I need surgery. They either going to want to fuse my neck or they're going to want to replace my discs. I'm not really cool about disc replacement. Like the less cutting, the better. Yeah, it is tough getting old, man. An unfortunate fact of life. Tell you what, though, man, I really wish I would have had 3D printing and painting when I was younger. Like, why'd you have to wait so long? Like, this shit's so fun and cool. Like, it's like it's a whole new joy in my life that I have with this hobby. And then doing the YouTube channel thing too, like that's something I didn't think I'd ever do, and it's fun. Meeting lots of cool people from all over the world. Friends can come and check it out. My family comes and checks it out sometimes, and it's rad. That's all I can say. Yeah, see, I'm gonna go along this edge right here and airbrush in like a layer of, like a really fine layer of like a dark, dark gray, and then lay over that with it's a color called Drakenhof Nightshade. It's a really deep blue, but it's clear, and it's literally like the best paint I've ever found for paint, like airbrushing shadows and stuff like that. Stuff's awesome. All right, let's pause for a moment to bask in some glory. Oh, I gotta do a little setup here, but this is worth it. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna put it over here by where my oh, I got a tripod. Let me get my tripod real quick. This is the best way to do this. Okay, I think I got this figured out now. I'm supposed to do that with my damn phone in it. Hold on a second. Got a cheat way to do it. There we go. All right. So here we go. This is what we got going so far with Obi Wan Kenobi rides Boga. Let's do an update. I think I'm probably going to have to move the alien out of the way. At least a little bit here. Okay. So this is what I got so far as far as like doing the visual. I don't know if this whole thing's going to fit in the frame as it is right now. But we'll figure that out in a second. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely going to have to back up a little bit. Because that's how big this fucking thing is. All right. Next up. This is Boga. She's a pretty girl. Gotta make sure I've got her nice and secured up here. All right. And sorry, I can't see text right now. Here's our next part of the puzzle. This will give you a really good idea for scale, Aaron, since you haven't seen this before yet. Or at least it's the update on it, like how far I've gotten. Okay. Now, very, very carefully. Oh yeah, I think we're sturdy. So, this is Boga. That's my hand right next to her head to give you an idea of scale. So that's the base. So my arm, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to measure it. I'm looking at probably, I'm guessing about 4.5 feet long. Like, she's massive. That's pretty cool, actually, seeing the base again with the model on it. Yeah, I'm really liking the way that copper's going around there. I think it adds a really nice contrast to the rest of the base. And then once Boga starts seeing some color, she's gonna really make this thing pop. But yeah, Aaron, Obi Wan Kenobi his saddle comes up to about here, and then Obi's about, if the statue was standing up, he'd be about 12 inches tall, so 1/6 scale. And then yeah, this is Boga. She's a pretty girl. Can't wait to paint all those feathers and shit. It's gonna be super, super fun. But yeah, as soon as I finish the base, she's next. She's what's getting painted next. So yeah, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. All right, let's transfer back. I can catch up with the chat here in a second. All right. Just got to get her safely dismantled so I can put it back up again and get the base back on the workbench. Hey, girl. I could really scare Jen right, like
throwing an old 3D print down at the ground and shattering it. But I'm not that evil. The workbench. That was a fun little tour too because it gives the paint a chance to dry for a second. Okay, let me catch up with the chat here. We got okay, Aaron. Oh, I'm not that far behind. Okay, gonna figure out the my bad. Heard them pass last year. Okay. Oh, I didn't miss anything. Fuck. All right. Well, I hope you got to see that, Aaron, because you're kind of quiet. I was expecting to hear a bunch of like, holy fucking shit stuff. Oh, you said hell yeah. Okay, that's cool. That would be fun. I don't need to freak out, Jen, though. All right. See if I can get a better angle here. And just readjusting my armature here. There we go. I gotta lift this up a little higher real quick here. But yeah, Aaron, thank you so much for stopping in and hanging out, dude. I appreciate it. So generally what I do with my live streams is I fully charge my phone and then I go downstairs to the studio and start filming and painting, blah 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 blah. When my phone dies, that's the end of the live stream. Usually it's about like 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that if I go full stream with a full charge or whatever. But yeah, it just helps me helps me keep track of time and not to spend too much time in the chair because I got to make sure I stand up and walk around and go to the bathroom and all that shit. And if I plug my phone in and actually just keep streaming until I'm done or whatever, like fucking 8 hours will go by and then my wife's mad at me because I didn't come upstairs for dinner. I just get going and then it's like something's got to stop me. Yes, we do need to stand up and walk around more often. I walked today. I actually did some. Well, I always do what my doctor's telling me to do, but one of the things my doctor wants me to do is go on walks and stuff like that. You know, just to stay active. You know, because she doesn't want my muscles and shit to atrophy because my body's used to being really active. So yeah, just went down to the beach today, walked around the harbor with the wife, just hung out, checked out the ocean, and it was a nice little walk. Oh, and then we went out for sushi. Sushi is my Friday ritual. Every Friday after I get off work, I go out for sushi at my favorite sushi place. And my wife was so sweet. She asked me if I wanted to go get sushi after our walk because it was around happy hour time, 3 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, you know me so well. My heart just went patter patter. So we went out for sushi, and one of the chefs there is the guy that's commissioning me to do Goku, the Dragon Ball Z character. And he bought our lunch today. And I haven't even accepted any money from him yet, you know. I told him, you know, pay me when the model's done. That way I'm not under pressure or feel like I have a deadline or anything like that. That's how I like to work. Just pay me when we're done. But yeah, he bought our lunch today. I thought that was really nice. We walked out of there and I was like, fuck, I should have eaten more. Pardon me for a moment here. I'm just painting the underside of this copper pipe. Dude, I really love this copper. I should have eaten more. My wife gave me a little smack on the arm for that. Okay. I need a brush that I need to put another bend in one of my brushes because I totally need to paint something that nobody's gonna ever see. Oh, by the way, tonight's music is brought to you by. I do not own the rights to any of this music. If you like what you hear, the names of the songs will pop up in the copyright section of my video here, the live stream, once it's published. And by all means, please check those bands out and support their music by going out and buying a record or CD, whatever floats your boat. But yeah, I listen to a lot of really mellow, weird, obscure shit, so it, it's relaxing to me while I'm painting. But definitely check out the music if you like it. If you don't, you can feel free to go right on ahead and fuck yourself. Just kidding. That was aggressive, I know. What sounds fun? Going and fucking yourself? Sorry, I gotta lift this whole damn thing up to get the underside of the pipes. It's very West Coast music. Funny you say that because the band that's playing right now is very UK. In fact, most of the shit playing tonight are like from Norway, Germany, all over the place. Mostly UK though, Europe. Lots of European countries represented in tonight's music. Brought to you by whatever. Except these guys. These guys are called Signal Hill, and they're from Signal Hill, California, which is down near San Diego. They got really creative with their name. Watch out. These guys are rad though. They're an instrumental group. Oops, I got paint on the bass, and that cannot be. Come off of there, silly. Perfect. Cool. You used to work? Oh, yeah, I guess you would, Aaron. Yeah, you kind of lived around that area. These guys are cool though. They haven't really put out a lot of material. Strictly instrumental, which I like to listen to when I'm working. Um, but yeah, Signal Hill, ladies and gentlemen. You know what's funny is like the one country that pops up on my copyright where like you can't listen to that shit in this country is Belarus, Russia. Like that always pops up in my copyright stuff. And it's innocuous shit like Andrew Bird playing an instrumental, a beautiful instrumental piece on a violin. But you can't listen to that in Belarus, Russia. Like, what the fuck, dude? There's another band that always pops up and you can't listen to it in Russia either. It's this group called Lord Huron. They're not even that great. So I can't really blame Russia for not wanting to play that band in their country, but I mean, Andrew Bird? Yeah, it's fucking weird, man. Glad I don't live there. Fuck that. My goal tonight in this live stream is to finish up all the copper around this bass. I'm on track to get it all done. Feels like it's feeling good. This is a band called Mogwai. The song's called I Know You Are, But What Am I? And if you've never heard Mogwai, I highly, highly recommend checking out their music. They are phenomenal. I remember seeing them at Lollapalooza or no, it might have been Coachella, back in probably 2002, 2003. They played at Coachella. Talk about a show, man. It was amazing seeing them live. And yeah, Mogwai like Gremlins. If I was to recommend a song, I would say Kids Will Be Skeletons is a really good one. I'll just start off with that. I don't think that's just Pee Wee Herman, bro. I mean, yeah, Pee Wee Herman said that, but I'm pretty sure I said that too growing up. I think it's a reference to me. Just kidding. I cannot claim, I cannot be the sole claimant for I Know You Are, But What Am I? He did say it all the time. Rest in peace, Paul Rubens. All right, now stand up for a second here. Almost there. Woohoo. Now the question is if I have enough Nuln oil to get around the entirety of the copper pipe. That's what I was going to get today when I went to when I was going to go to Warhammer, but I ended up not going in. My wife wanted to get home, so I was just like, all right, let's just get the grocery shit done real quick, and I can get paint tomorrow. All good. Oh, yeah, thanks for hitting the like button, guys. I appreciate you. It helps the fucking weird ass algorithm stuff, I guess. Almost up to 450 subscribers, so that's kind of cool. I'm very honored and blessed, as some might say, to have garnered the attention of so many wonderful, wonderful subscribers. I don't feel worthy, but I appreciate it. Love you guys. Dude. Oh, this is looking so cool. I'm digging the way this piping was looking around the base. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I think I'm really liking that. I'm liking it more and more. Once the moss and everything gets painted in there and get the shading done on the piping and everything, it's going to look so killer. Thanks for hitting the like button, y'all. Okay, taking a drink water break real quick. Love this little guy. Mm. I've got a lot of little details I gotta hit too, like these cracks and stuff. And I think a lot of that I might just put a slightly darker wash over it. And I got a few spots to touch up here along the base too. We still got some shit to do, but at least I'm gonna get the pipe done. I'm really enjoying the way this is looking so far. I don't know if it translates that well on camera, but it looks cool over here. Oh, am I frozen up? Did I freeze up? I got some lag on the playback, I guess. Okay, good. Thank you. Does it Chester Copper Pot? Chester Copper Pop? Anybody who's a Goonies fan might have caught that reference. Jen got it. So, like pretty much every the funny little story. It's stupid, really, but I think it's funny. Every coffee pot that I've owned is named Chester because of the Goonies. Chester Coffee Pot. Oh, that's not my Jen, Aaron. Just so you know. Oh, you watched the Goonies a few days ago? That's cool. It's timeless, dude. Yeah, we can watch that movie over and over again. Never gets old. And the Null Oil stuff I'm putting on now just really helps bring that detail into the copper too. Love the way it looks. I did try a panel line wash, and it was just too grungy. Turned the piping almost black, so I knew I didn't want to go with that. And then I tried the Null Oil and gave me the exact look I was looking for. Yeah, Jen, little history on Aaron. So Mr. Sarver and I have been friends in real life for shit, probably close to 35 years. We go way back. And Aaron is also a fellow artist. Does some very cool paint stuff, other things. And I'll let him volunteer anything else he might want to volunteer. That's up to him. Oh yeah, yeah. I did panel liner with a sponge. Did it with a paper towel. Just experimenting with different textures while I was doing it, and I didn't like anything that the. It was just too dark. I like. I definitely preferred the breakup that you get with the Nuln oil. Just the way it gets into the cracks and crevices better without muddying it up too much. It just flowed better overall, really. Oh, I don't know why I'm oiling these things because I think I'm gonna paint. These bands are gonna be a different color, probably a chrome or a steel or the dark aluminum. I'll have to experiment with that before I decide on what I want to do. But for now, get the main parts of the Null oil done. It's a, it's also just got a thicker viscosity. Is also what I like about it than the panel liner. The panel liner tends to run into everything, whereas this runs, but you can move it around. Like it just separates better. I don't know how to explain it. You can see what I'm doing here, though. Fuck off. Moving right along here. Sorry, Jen.
This band is called Delta Sleep, and they are dope. Also from the UK, Jen. Whoa, did I already go all the way around? I did. Ha! Bitchin'. Ha ha ha. I almost feel like the concrete just needs a blanket wash on it. That's something I actually might wash and dab well. In fact, let me get a. Oh, I got a sponge right here. Let's let's play around with that. See how it looks. Get a nice wide brush on there. Uh, no, that's too much. Oh, yeah. We'll just use this one. This brush is probably going to suck up the rest of whatever null oil I have left in here. But I think this is a good spot to test it out on. Shit, you can almost just leave it like that. Yeah, actually, I really like the way that looks. Again, not sure if that's translating on camera well, but the null oil wash on the concrete definitely helps add some dimension to it. Yeah, I like that.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm digging that. I've got a spot over here that dripped a bunch of gold on. I'm gonna have to repaint before I do the wash on that side. So, that being said, if you're just tuning into the channel or whatever, please smash that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Helps the algorithm, helps my channel, helps me give you more content, helps me, helps me, helps me. Sorry about my sudden outburst there, guys. I just felt like being a cliche YouTuber for a second. I think I pulled it off okay. Yeah, I would definitely have to push my non-existing merch. The only merch I have is like I offer like if you guys want me to 3D print something, like I'll sell you the I'll do the print, sell you the print, and then you can paint it and do it any way you want for a stupid fair price. As you are aware of, Jen. I know Jerry is aware as well, but Jerry has his own 3D printers. So I know Jerry's capable, but not everybody has a 3D printer or can have a 3D printer. So if you'd like me to 3D print you something, I've got hundreds of files to choose from and would be happy to send you one for the low, low price of, we could discuss that via email. So have a nice day stuff. Have I ever shown you the bottom of that cup? There's a trick. There's a little twist with this guy. So that's the bottom of the cup. It's upside down, but so from this side, have a nice day. Boink. I don't know that. I mean, it could have. That's hey. Here's an idea. The shirt would say it probably already exists, but the shirt would just say "Have a nice day," and then a big old, flipping the bird on the back end of the shirt. That would be pretty fun. Okay, I need to get some fresh water in this cup and rinse out my sponge.
Ugh. All right. Oh yeah, you know what? I figured out the issue with my audio too. So instead of plugging the receiver into the bottom of my phone and being like essentially hardwired in, I just do Bluetooth connection now from my microphone directly to my phone, and that keeps me from having audio problems. The Bluetooth, I haven't found any latency really whatsoever to complain about, so that's what I do now. All right. Unlike my wife, I actually take care of her makeup sponges once they wind up in my possession. And crazy, they last forever when you take care of them. It's wild. I don't mind though. Every time my wife burns through one of these about every couple of weeks or whatever, she leaves them for me. She knows better than to throw these away anymore. These are fantastic for sopping up color washes and shit like that, like you just saw me do. Cool. Well, that's tonight's progress. Pretty much got to let that dry out for a bit now. It's pretty wet in some areas. I need to let it completely dry. You just bought a new pack of like 10 or so. 5 and below. A new pack of what? Brushes? What? I'm sorry, I got lost. Oh, sponges. Those kind of makeup sponges like those? I think we just got a 5 and below out here too. Oh, okay. And my wife gets hers at Sephora, I think, but I think she usually gets them free because she buys makeup and they always have promotions and shit. Whole pack for $5.99. Nice. Well, I am absolutely sold on this Vallejo metal color copper. I'm really pleased with the way it's got a nice, deep, like almost rusty hue to it. So it's like a more older copper penny, not like a brand new shiny one. Which I'm not knocking this stuff at all. This all clad. This is a lacquer based copper. This stuff is really good, but it was just brighter than what I was looking for, as I explained earlier. No audio. No audio. Sound works for Jen. Okay, that's good. Freaked me out there. That's your fucking problem, Jerry. But yeah, I like this metal color. This copper for this application. It's exactly what I was looking for. So still need to do this side. Pick these. I dripped some gold or some copper down in here. Had some copper drip down in here, so I gotta fix that. And then rewash it. Really happy with the way this portion of the concrete turned out. Or all of it really. I mean it looks not it looks not pristine, which is definitely what I wanted. I want it to be kind of mucky. Wanted to muck it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this copper is turning out. It's looking dope. So what's everybody up to tomorrow? I was asking earlier. That is weird. You had to refresh the stream. Your internet farted. Okay, I'll start to answer my own question. My wife Jenny and I we're going to go to the Ventura County Fairgrounds, which is like 10 minutes from our house, right on the ocean. And we are going to. They're having their lost audio stream is still going good. Okay. Jen's going shopping. Awesome. Hopefully for cool stuff. My Jenny and I are going to go to the Ventura County Fairgrounds. They are having their very first Lego convention there, um, which I'm pretty excited about. I want to check it out. I am no longer into Lego. I have a whole bunch that I want to sell and get rid of. A lot of it's brand new in box still. And then, yeah. But other than that, we're just going to check it out and, see what people are up to. What are you going shopping for, Jen? Anything exciting? Who's in trouble? What costs too much? Lego? Yeah, it really does. This is definitely a cheaper hobby for me. I mean, once you get past the initial setup of all the 3D printing shit and the paints and everything, like, this is a pretty damn inexpensive hobby, really. Food is exciting. Mm. Yeah, we're gonna go check out some Legos and not buy anything. I might get a keychain or something stupid. I don't know. I'm still a fan of Lego. I don't have the bandwidth for it. I don't have the space. You build a Lego set, it pretty much depletes its value by 90% when you do that. And the only way to really make money off of Lego or whatever is to buy and sell and trade them. And I that is extremely arduous and difficult to deal with. So, yeah, I got out of that. I'm just looking this model over, looking at all the copper now to make sure I didn't miss any really bad obvious spots. And I think once I get all the moss painted and shadows and stuff airbrushed around, the little fine details and stuff. But I would put this model at being, or this part of the model being, I'm going to say 95%. I think I'm at 95% now. The last 2% to me is going to be like primering and getting all the antenna painted and deciding if I want to drill holes in them or not to run the nano LEDs through. Super complicating process that I have no idea how to do, but I just know I got to do it. Um, there's one little shiny part up here on the base that I don't like. Um, that's got to go. So I'll probably just brush some matte finish or something over that, or just like quick deck 10 dry brushing. And I still have to paint the craters from the blasters. Those are going to be gnarly because I want to do a glowing effect on them. So that'll be exciting to do that. I want to make parts of the rock look molten. So there's going to be some. Uh, if you've ever seen those like shorts where the guy's painting miniatures and um, he he uses like a white panel liner, just really thin down white paint, and then he starts to airbrush, from deep red up into like a really bright fluorescent yellow. I mean, it totally makes it look like the ground is glowing. And I want to do some of that effect in these rocks and shit where the blaster marks are. I think it would really make it look cool. So that's going to be complicating and challenging paint session. I've never done it before, so it's a technique I really want to try. There's some guys out there that just kill it with that technique on their miniatures. They make it look easy. I figured, if it's that difficult or easy or hard, whatever, on a miniature, it's got to be at least a little easier to do it on something at this scale. So I really want to try it out. I want those blaster marks to look like it just hit the fucking rock and it's still glowing and angry, Now I'm just looking this thing over now, and I'm really tickled by I'm really tickled. I'm really tickled by where it's where it's at right now. I need to do a deep cleaning on this airbrush. And I'm not going to do it right now. My phone is at 20%. Oh, I can show you these, Jen. I got all my old paint bottle holders from my Pro Apples broke because I printed them with resin, so they were all brittle and broke. Like every time I pulled a bottle out, I would break another one. Like, fuck it. So I ordered these cool 3D printed paint holders from this little mom and pop print farm on Amazon. And they make them for like Vallejo and stuff like that too. But yeah, so I got those set up. So a little better organization up there. And then I still need to eventually order all of them to hold my Citadel paints. Yeah, little improvements, little bits at a time as I'm still figuring out my workstation. You have it set up a certain way for a while, and then you figure out something that's going to be a quality of life change for you if you do it. So I'm slowly doing these little quality of life changes around my workbench, the paint bench, whatever. But yeah, if you're just checking out the channel, visiting, you like what you see, please give a like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate every single like, every single subscriber. You guys mean the world to me. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams working on this Obi Wan Kenobi Rides Boga model. This one was done by SW3D Studios. I can leave a link to their Patreon in the description part of the model. I can't recall what their memberships are. I'm not sponsored by them at all. This was just the largest print they've ever produced, and it's by far the largest print I've ever attempted to complete as a full diorama project. So I'm super excited to keep bringing this to you guys. I do have a commission for Goku that I have to get started on here pretty quick. But I believe I'm going to be working on that one off camera because I'm going to do an actual produced video for that one for the client. which is typically what I do for paid commissions. All my paid, most 99% of my paid commissions that I get are all those are all the videos that I have produced. Otherwise, when I'm working on something for myself and shit, I'm gonna live stream it for the most part. Just because I get a lot of subscribers that I'm not necessarily talking to you guys, but if anybody watches later, I get a lot of subscribers that ask me for long form videos, so so that you guys can see when I screw up. You can see how I fixed it. You get to catch everything on the fly, step by step, even as it's coming into my brain how I want to do it. Because a lot of times these things just start off like a big gray blob, and I don't have a plan. I just have like a picture reference, and then it's all about executing it and making that picture come to life through a 3D print. You get the idea. So, anyways, yeah, that's guess that's about all I got for tonight. Other than many many thank yous to my little club here, my regulars. So I'll call you guys the regulars from now on. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Happy Friday to everyone. Happy 3D printing. Happy painting. Yeah, you guys have a good night too. I'm gonna go probably play some video games. Jump on some GTA 5. Maybe play a little bit of Grounded 2 and some Skate and new Battlefield. I don't know. But yeah, Jerry, you guys have a good night. Jen, have a super awesome evening. And if I don't see you guys again this weekend, which I'm sure you will, I'm gonna be live streaming more this weekend. But yeah, you guys have a great one. Much love to you and yours. Happy 3D printing, happy painting, and have a nice day. Toodles.